had a nice little almost runner on our hands. Same thing here. Nice little trade. Same thing here. Nice little long trade. And then the auto traders took 2 short trades. So those that got the short trades, you had what I'm trying to make here is 5 opportunities. Now, again, I wouldn't expect newbies to take that short from the top, but so realistically, you had 4 really good opportunities. We did say this technically becomes a retest on the short side here, right? So again, 1, 2, 3, 4 good opportunities that fit within our rule set to win on trades. At this point, again, I think if you're trying to get in a trade, you probably are going to have to wait until what time, based on what we're seeing price action. Here's a good one for you guys. How many times have we done this year? How many times have we done this year? Hey, Ed, what's up, buddy?
Oh, sorry about your mother-in-law.
Oh man,
9:45.
all right,
Yeah,
buddy. It's good to see you, Ed. Man,
Sorry to hear that, Ed.
8:45 to 9. Oh, you must be in Central Time.
Central.
Isaac. Why does Isaac have a trial? Remember,
try. Most likely, it being 9:21. Let's talk in Eastern Time, Taylor. Not Mountain Time.
Isaac, you're probably getting close to being done for the day, right?
Gotta be get close.
Don't push it too far.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're talking Central Time there, Isaac. Oh, okay. All right. I thought you grabbed those other ones. Paul, I think you're done for the day. Gracia, nice.
All right, guys. Everybody being done. How many people?
Barry, we always move our stop loss. We don't have a set stop. I mean, we have a set stop to get in the trade, but we move our stop to above or below the previous swing always.
1 tick.
1 tick, yeah, 1 or 2 ticks above.
The current swing that you're in. So technically, in this trade, even though the fill price is 14.25, the low of that is 10.50. So your stop would start at 10.25. Technically, based on our rules, until you get your targets off, then you go to a financial break even. Then you tear your stop up as the trade goes on. Now, again, bigger accounts, cash accounts can use different rules and have
that's
more
exactly right.
Relaxed stops.
And if you're like me, Barry, it's always a very little loss.
That's yeah. I mean, again, this is literally, guys. This is what I was talking about. This is the kind of setup that me and Paul love. 4 little candles that stop in a row. As soon as you see that stochastic hook up and this green candle exceed, you're in that trade. Now, I got this one a little late because I was trying to get you guys into it long.
Very small.
But this is, guys, think about it. Your entry price on this trade here on the ES, if you're looking at my screen, should be somewhere in 14, right? 14.50, 14.75, and your stop starting at 12.50 or 12.75. That's a reasonable risk, guys.
For the reward,
8 ticks. Yeah, 8 ticks is a very reasonable risk. So that's
and again, I'll kill it if it comes back out. I won't even let it go 8 ticks. So
I'll kill it if it even like ticks one back down here.
Yeah, I don't care because I'll just get back in it if I'm wrong. It doesn't. I don't mind taking a 1 or 2 tick loss. John, don't turn anything on right now, John. Just you stop. We'll just wait.
John needs one more.
He needs one more. We're going to call him one more John now instead of
Tobias.
Tobias, why are you red, Tobias?
He's red. All right, we'll fix that, Tobias.
Didn't you get it back on that last trade? On the long?
Did you not do any of the first couple of trade calls? Oh man.
Okay. All right.
There's nothing you can do right now, buddy.
Yeah, I was gonna say hold off. Don't force anything. $25 is not a big deal.
I'm not gonna call it. As a matter of fact, let me go get some coffee before this market opens.
Yeah. All right, don't chase it, man. Just step away for a second and let the market open and decide what it's going to do. There's $25 is no big deal. You can get that back. We got room for more green.
Everybody's always got room for more green, but don't be greedy. That will get you in trouble.
I'll tell you, most times I think I want more green is when I end up giving it back. So
Exactly.
I'm totally fine with taking what I got and being happy.
85% of the trades are just going to be, they're not going to be runners. Between 10
I'll
and
tell you what,
15%.
those few ticks though, they add up.
That's it. That's exactly right. Be happy with the small one.
You'll get it, Tobias. I wouldn't even sweat $25. You'll be fine. Just be patient. Wait for another setup. Here's a good thing. Look, this is a good lesson. Just be patient. Wait, let the market open, let it settle down, and then wait for your setup. When you see it set up, take your trade, make your money, get out, call it a day. If you're having one of those mornings where you're kind of struggling, how'd you go negative 25? Weren't you up, Isaac? Slow down, man. Are you just pushing buttons?
That's about what it sounds like.
How many trades have you taken, Isaac? I don't mean to call you out here, but I'm just not sure why you're. Oh, negative 20. I misread that. I'm sorry. Okay. I think I misread that. I got a better idea, Tobias. How about you call it when you see it? You tell us. What what we've talked about, the things we've coached on. I want you to wait. I don't want you to take my call. I want you to see your setup. I want you to see it set up on your charts according to those rules that we set. Get in your trade, make your money, and get out. You can take my call, but that doesn't make you a trader. That's right, Lamont. And that's fine. I mean, that's why I said, that's why I want you, I want you to tell me if you see the setup. We'll give you the confirmation, but I want you to call it. I don't want us to call it. Great learning experience here. You're going to get this, man. $25 is. I'm short the NQ, Isaac, just for the record. On that little pull back up.
Right now, the ES and the YM ain't doing nothing but just ranging. So I wouldn't.
Perfect, Tobias.
Just sit on my hands.
Oh, he can do it. Trust me. Tobias is don't let Tobias fool you. He is plenty capable. I wouldn't put him out there like that if I didn't think he could do it. He knows what he's doing. Sometimes he just lets his head get in the way. We got to just disconnect his head for a little bit. He'll be fine. Is this going to break, Isaac? Am I going to get a runner here on the NQ?
We just gotta get it. Stop getting all antsy when we get to the trades.
What's that?
Stop being all jumpy and antsy when we get to the
Yeah, he gets itchy when he's in a trade. We just got to get him comfortable to leaving those stops in the right place. And
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and squirrels, we are getting ready for the open. I got to be honest with you. I am probably done. We are going to do this little deal right here on the M&W Auto Trader because I looked back the other day and the Do you realize how many, how, I just looked at 1 week's
You're
worth
talking
of,
about with stochastics?
1 week's worth. Every day it's like a 70% win rate every single day.
With stochastics, turning stochastic
Those
on.
66, 70,
Okay.
80% win rate.
We're open.
All right. A lot of action. I mean, in action. I should have
What
self
we got
managed
here,
right
Tobias? It's
there.
hard to see that. I can't.
Oh no, yeah, you get antsy, man. You get tight on those stops. That's all there is to it.
It's all right. He is chopping up.
It comes
I
with
am
time.
chopping.
It'll come with time. Yeah.
Yes, John.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, those of you that are newer to us, obviously some of the people were in our presentation yesterday on our auto traders. Well, you saw those working this morning. Well, you did not see it because I was doing too much teaching when I should have had this long and short.
I
but
posted pictures of
obviously
mine. It's up a grand.
a lot. Yeah, those of you that are on trial that were in presentation yesterday, you, Coach Paul could throw up the auto trader trades. I was doing too much teaching and trying to manage trades myself to have that one on. But anyway, that's the case for that. Right now, what we're doing is we're waiting for what, guys? What are we waiting for? Starts with a D in my language, in the words I say. Whatever word you want to use. Direction. Yes. We want the market to tell us what to do at this point.
Just sit around for 6 minutes and see what it's going to do. Settle in.
Well, nobody answered my question. How long, based on recent past, based on what we've been through the entire year, basically, what time probably will be the next best trade? Yes. Thank you. 10:45. 27 minutes is good. You'll probably find a trade 27 cycle, but 27 minutes from where? Oh, interesting. 27 minutes from 9:13 is what? Anybody? 27 minutes from 9:13 is what?
27 plus 913. 950. I mean,
Yeah,
940.
we have some math challenge people here. 27 minutes after 9:13.
Let's see. 940.
Thank you. So most likely, you look for a trade around 9:40. Why do I say 9:13? Our swing low, especially with the chop. So most likely, 9:40 will be an opportunity for a trade somewhere around that time. Then, if you don't see a decent setup, then we probably know it's going to be closer to 10:45. Why? Because that's what the market's done all year long. All year. Chopping garbage, chop and breakout, chop and breakout, chop and breakout, chop and breakout, chop and breakout. And then all of a sudden 10:45 comes around. You get some nice little clean swings to trade on. So all those that are antsy wanting to trade, those of you that are on trial, I'll do anything other than tell you to trade this garbage. How about that? And that's just plain and simple, guys. We're not going to be gunslingers here. We had our chances this morning. Those of you that showed up late, guys, again, I'm going to go back to this here. Bring everybody back to my ES chart. We can look at a YM too. YM did the exact same thing. It doesn't matter. Everybody come here. Guys, look. You had the news trade. Some of us took advantage of that. Those that didn't, we had the long that was clearly called here. When you get a hookup in stochastics, take it long. We had the auto traders take a short trade. Got a nice little runner out of it. We called this long trade. As soon as you get a hook in stochastics, take it long. Got a nice little long trade there. Then we did another little long trade right here that we called. Auto traders took a short trade that was also called. We did say this was a retest trade. So we didn't technically call the short trade, but we called 1, 2, 3, 4 trades before the market opened that were all winners. Okay. Now, if you are looking back at that and you're saying, I have to have a trade now, you have to be called a gambler. Unless you know something that I don't know. Because if we look back, why are we waiting for direction? Well, history's told us that they like to, all year long, what do they like to do? They like to push it down to bring it up, or they like to push it up, bring it down. Well, are they doing that, or are we going to be in a range bound market today? Again, we're in an inside the other inside day. Just to be completely silly about it. The ES, and you're working on what's acting like an inside day or range day on the YM. So we really don't have super clear direction in either YM or ES right now, which is fine. Guys, everybody knows if we're patient enough, we're going to find some really clear direction, and it'll be an easy trade to take. What time? Maybe 9:40. If not, probably closer to 10:45. We'll see. We don't know yet.
Bad zones.
Anyway,
not trade.
that's what history's told us this year. So I am not one to try to guess. I look at the past and see what has happened and try to make my assessment based on what's currently happened compared to what has happened in the past. The markets repeat themselves over and over and over, guys. That's why I process. I'm very, very preachy right now. Sorry, guys.
You are kind of on a roll this morning.
And I sound like I've been smoking a pack of cigarettes for 12 years. Like 2 packs a day. Oh, I'm so close to being over this there. It's like
Good.
being able to breathe again.
Yeah, right.
Finally went to the gym yesterday. That hurt.
Yeah, I got to get
Finally
back
got
to.
the gym.
I got to get back to that routine again. I'm off.
Straight. If you're gonna so in a range bound market, even in NQ, guys, in a range bound market, you trade the extremes. You don't trade right now. Wait. Be patient. Guys, how many times have we here? Look at it this way. Everybody except for the newer people, how many times have we just waited, passed on? I mean, guys, we did it twice, 2 weeks in a row. We let the ES move 20 points before we took a trade and still ended up with runners. It was like last week and the week before, right, Paul?
Yeah.
Literally last. How many times have we done this, guys? Just so we could say we're comfortable with what direction the market's going now. It works, does it not? The point I'm trying to make is being patient enough to get clear direction works. How many times have you guys seen it work? Somebody say all year long, please. Since June. I don't know. At least all year, right, guys? Everybody say yes, please.
Weird that
Else.
say yes.
Nobody's
else is
saying
start-
anything.
Nobody said a
Start
word.
stomping my feet.
They're like,
Yes,
like-
please.
Yes, please.
if we're quiet, he won't. If we're quiet, he won't know we're here.
I just want to know people are listening to Boss Hog. That's it. That's all I want to know is that they're listening and it makes sense.
That's
If
it.
I'm saying stupid stuff, then tell me. Now, more advanced people could probably take this as a long signal on the ES and the YM, that little fake out, breakout trade-ish. But again, I need to, after the morning we had, I really need this market to tell me that it wants to go a direction before I take another trade. This is the point I'm trying to make. After the morning we had, if you follow the trades, now I know Tobias is a little red, but we're going to work on trade management with him, and he's going to get green on these trades. But after the morning we had, this is not something I want to trade. Go back to what we had. Easy, clean swings in the market to trade. That I want to trade. As soon as this starts to happen, I'm going to pump the brakes. This is junk. Why? Well, when you have 3 back-to-back winners, why would you take another trade? And if you're up, I'm going to say Paul's up 1650. That's my wild guess.
Across all my accounts or just the auto trader account?
The auto trader.
15.25.
Oh, it's so close. Yeah, you're up 15.25.
Yes.
You're not
on,
trading
on the
this.
on the auto trade. No, I'm not touching this. Not even
Yeah.
close. I wouldn't touch it with your account right now.
If
I
anybody's in
wouldn't touch
that
my
long,
account. You kidding?
if anybody took along on the YM, bring your stop up to about the top of that zone, 113.
Yeah, why
Speak up a
am
I'm
little bit,
up.
boss. I can barely hear you.
I don't know why.
I hear him. I hear him fine.
Oh, that must just be me.
I'm up
Let me check
60
my sound
ticks on it
settings.
right now.
Yeah, that was you
It-
took the breakout.
Yes, sir.
Well, it'd
Up
been
six.
nice if you called it.
Well, Coach Brian called it. I just took
Oh,
it.
did he? Okay, I didn't see it.
I
I didn't hear him.
looked glanced over there. Yep.
All right, well, there you go.
Look at structure right there. Got it at the bottom of that
Follow
zone.
boss hog stops if you are on the long side. If not, you're doing what everybody else is doing and sitting on your hands, being good, patient people,
And
traders. Let's see. And
my
we,
stops
I
at
mean, like, guys, this is
115.
this. Go ahead, boss. Go ahead, boss hog.
I'm flat. Go ahead. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
know it's
mean,
coming back to the zone.
do we really want to push it past this? Let's go through. Let's go through our progressions real quick on the.
I like the retrace now on the
Yes.
YM maybe.
Isn't it convenient that I already had a line here that says, "Hey, maybe this should be our line in the sand for the day"? Probably, and I still like that. 60-14 might as well work, and that probably coincides with that pivot area. So we're just gonna call that pivot then.
It's just a lot of chop in between your zones right there, though. A lot
Yeah,
of chop.
this is
That's
well. I talked about this the other day. Is when you get to this new territory here, people are trying to figure out where they want to buy from or sell from, as far as that goes. We see them; they keep pushing it down to push it up, or push it up to push it down all year. Why expect something different, guys? There's only been two scenarios this year. One, push up to push down, push down to push up. Same scenario. Two is an initial push, then what, guys? We've seen this all year. Go look at the 15-minute chart. We've seen this all year long. There's only two scenarios we can look for right now. And scenario number two is probably going to be the scenario that we settle in for a little while, which would be starts with an R, push down, a push up. Look at what time this happened. Range. We're probably going to be in a range, guys. A range. No follow through on the push up. No follow through on the push down yet. Most likely, we are going to be in a range. Inside day acting. Both the YM are acting that way. The YM's really trying to push to an inside day, which it kind of is. So odds are we're going to be looking at a range here for a little while, guys. With a slight bias to the upside. That didn't take much to figure out, did it?
Nope.
That didn't take much to figure out, did it, guys?
no, sir.
All we had to do is remember what happened price action was through the year and look back and say, oh, I've seen this movie before. Here's what typically happens when this happens. Typically, here's 60 minutes clear view for you guys. Typically, this creates a range-bound market. So when you are in a range-bound market, you draw a line in the sand. You do what Isaac said. You trade from the extremes. Okay, so you're selling around that 28-30 area. You're buying around that. I don't know. Let's call it anywhere from 6,000 down. And your line in sand here is, hey, look, if I get trade setups below this 614 area, I will take the sell setup. So if I get trade setups on the long side above it, I'll take the longs. That's the only thing you can do in a range-bound environment, guys. Got it? Everybody got that? Trade from the extremes, draw a line in the sand, and say, hey, if price stays below X, I will look for short setups. If price stays below above X, I will look for long setups. Other than that, I am sitting on my hands or I'm trading from the extremes. Now, again, if you're newer, struggling to be profitable, you should probably have a bias to what? Long or short? If it's struggling to be profitable, your bias should be which side? Long. Thank you, Bryce. Thank you.
Getting in a trade 5 minutes too early. You get itchy trigger fingers, Barry. Itchy trigger fingers.
5 minutes, that's a little, that is quite itchy.
Like I said, this is just exactly what Coach Brian just said. It's two-way trade. It's trading in between these two zones right now. Went up, bounced off the zone. That double top, you took a short. If you have to be in the trade, I don't advise trading
Right.
unless you're used to it. It is a narrow range right now.
I'm not trading this.
No,
I
No.
only have this
I'm
because
just saying if they had to, but no, I don't advise it either. Even though I did.
Yeah. Do as I say.
You're
not as I
more
do.
advanced trader.
No. The thing of it is, I forgot the news this morning. I got to catch up with you guys.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. I mean, that's a valid short. We just talked through the entire scenario, and I just talked through advanced traders trade from both sides. Boss Hog is considered an advanced trader. He can trade from both sides. If you are struggling to be profitable, you're waiting for a good long setup. Guys, it says one thing when here, look at this price action. You know it's condensed when the zone looks that big on the screen, right? There's a ton of novice bars all around. So I'm going to be really cautious. That's the only thing I'm trying to say here. Really cautious. All right. So what's next? What is
job,
next?
Sandra? Good job.
So now we know most likely you guys are going to have to wait until 10:45.
Yes, sir.
Sandra. Those of you, again, I'm only speaking to people who are struggling to be profitable. Everybody who's been through this rodeo before, everybody who's seen this movie before, you know what you're doing. You're either biased to games, or you're sitting on your hands because we had a good morning. Well, I give money back. Then most people that are struggling to be profitable, you probably just set your alarm for 10:45, go away and come back.
How many of you came in with a plan this morning, or did you just plan on
Most
pushing buttons?
likely.
Me.
What's that?
Boss said, how many people came in with a plan this morning? I'm raising my hand. Me.
Other than just coming in and pushing buttons.
Oh no, I never just push buttons.
I know you don't.
Ever just push
I feel
buttons.
like I've given a pretty detailed plan this morning to guys.
Yeah.
You guys.
I've listened to it. It sounded good.
I think that's why he said that.
Yes, sir.
A little sarcastic
Okay.
there.
All right, cool. Thank you. All right. Hey, Gracie. Gracie's back. Back in time for the market to tell us that it wants to dump it. So watch for the YM to follow in that sell pattern as well here. If it stays below this, guys, I'm going to be in a serious short thought process. We have seen a lot of selling come from here as well, guys. In the recent past, here, use a 15-minute chart. In the recent past, there has been a lot of people selling from this area here. People are selling this right in this area. Everybody can see that, right? Everybody can see that? Everybody sees that? I just look at charts. Charts will always tell you what the market wants to do. As long as you're patient enough to say, if this happens, then I will do this. Well, every single morning I come in and say, if this happens, then I will do this. If the news is up, then I'm going to buy. Until when? Until the news breaks back below its initial move. Then I'm going to sit on my hands until I get clear direction. If price stays below X, then I'm looking at being a seller. Guys, we can't get more simple than that, can we? Can we? I don't think we can. I mean, it's literally all we're doing, guys. If this happens, if price stays below X, I am. This is a long setup. I didn't call it because I don't think that this thing's going to have any push through to the upside. So you could take a shot at it if you're big green, but if you're not green, I'm not trading right now because again, my morning was good. I'm gonna wait.
Oh,
Why
The
ain't
only thing
it
that
trying
would
to
run
dump?
is
There
the
goes your
M&W
dump.
Auto Trader.
why did your
I mean, I could turn
M&W
off the stochastic.
Mine
Give me
put me in a trade, Brian. Mine put me in a short.
I definitely wouldn't have a long bias right now.
It put me in a short, and I had the
There you go.
stochastics on. So I wonder why
Ooh.
yours.
Hey, look at that.
All right, I'm done.
But I
I'm
do
not
want to be
giving
on the
more.
sell side right now, guys. I gotta be honest with you. Oh, that's interesting.
Yours isn't working.
I
We must
may
have
need to
different
change my
settings. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
we got
let
different
me-
settings because mine put me in the short,
back
and I
to
had the
this.
stochastics on.
Let's reset this puppy real quick. I know what it was. All right. So again, I'm not calling this. People who knew how to take that trade, you got a couple targets long. Everybody else, you're still sitting on your hands. Most likely going to see this thing break below this and dump. You're about to see the YM start dumping right now.
Come on.
So the ES should be right behind it here in just a minute. Maybe the next couple seconds, actually.
That's what I'm thinking.
Breaks that low right there. Should continue.
There it goes.
It's
For
trying.
those of you know what you're doing, Targets.
Cha-ching. There it goes.
there we go, baby. And again,
Where'd you get in, Coach?
right below the I'm about to be flat.
I got it 9 1/4.
No, it didn't get me. It's about to get me there. It's about to get
Welcome to Liberty Trading Club, everyone. Miss Paulina here. Hopefully you've enjoyed our live stream this morning of our trade room with live trade calls with our coaches. If you're interested in joining us live in the trade room to see our auto trader in action as well as take our trade calls, you can start a free 3-day trial by clicking on the description below. Please like, subscribe, and share.